this week?
Been eventful.
What
Yes.
stood out to you the most?
So many things. I don't know where to start. First let me say this. English teams are having trouble in the Premier League. My theory, week in, week out, the English Premier League, it's going to give you a grinding type of game, and it's going to take a toll on you. And these teams that they come up and play, the NK Maribors, they rested all their starters, over the weekend for the game. They were prepared for this game. There's still no excuses for the results that I saw past couple days. Today, we'll start with today specifically. Manchester City at home against CSKA in Moscow. A couple weeks ago, you're coming off a really, really bad result. Maybe you got hosed a little with the penalty call. You were complacent. You weren't good. Today, you get 2 red cards from your holding midfielders. No discipline whatsoever. All over the place. Didn't know what they were doing. Leaking. Sado Doumbia, 2 goals. Leaky defense. Torre tweets after the game, I'm City fans. I'm sorry for my red card. I feel it is important to apologize for this. You still hurt the team a lot.
Don't apologize.
Yeah.
Just don't do it.
Yeah, don't do it. Chelsea, Eden Hazard comes up, steps up a penalty, 85th minute today. Tied 1-1. Misses it. Shanks it bad. Right up the middle. Tame effort.
So you're getting to the team you really want to get it to.
The best quote I've heard from someone in football is Jose Mourinho describing Arsene Wenger when asked about him. He is a specialist at failure.
Yup.
Okay? He is and I do not hear this about people in life, but let me tell you, for a guy that's took his team to the Champions League 17 years in a row and that, you're still a failure in everyone's eyes in the football world.
That's the point.
You don't win, and you're up 3-0 yesterday
at home
against Belgian outfit RCN. They don't know what it's like to do what they did yesterday. They scored 3 goals in a span of 30 minutes. The thing that just boggles my mind is you're up 3-0 and you're still trying to play free-flowing, expansive football. What are you trying to do?
Park the bus.
Doesn't bring in a holding midfielder. Doesn't do anything. He's still got his right back and left back making darting runs.
He is the epitome of the headless horseman.
Yeah.
He doesn't have a head on his shoulder.
Nah, he doesn't.
He is not a coach I would want. He is a coach that belongs at a mid-level team developing talent.
He's got a mid-level mentality.
If I'm Arsenal, I understand that Kroenke likes it because he's bringing him money in the sense that he's selling players and buying players at a cheaper cost. Okay, fine. I get it. At the end of the day, the sport is a business.
Right.
But your fans are very loyal. The Gooners are very loyal, and they deserve better. When you go from players like Vieira, Henry, the legends that were, you sell Fabregas.
He doesn't spend money anymore.
Spend money.
Yeah.
Alexis Sanchez is doing everything on his back.
Yeah, he was a good buy.
I can't stand Arsenal.
No, I hate him.
And it's because of things like that.
I
think if they got rid of Wenger, their biggest mistake was they should have went for Conte.
Yeah. I think he's going to work out great, Antonio Conte, with the Italian national team.
I think the national team's going to make some noise.
I love the head on his shoulders. But you know what? I will say one thing about I was impressed with Juventus.
Thank you, Mo.
There be it how they won it. You know what? Listen, Olympiacos is not a pushover.
No, they're not.
They are a very, very good side. I'm very interested in this group. I'm very intrigued. After 4 matches played,
9-6-6-3.
9-6-6-3. Atletico Madrid leading, Juventus and Olympiacos tied. Does Juventus have to go to Madrid?
No, Madrid comes to Juventus next game.
Okay.
We finish at Malmo.
All right.
Which is why I think we're in the driver's seat now.
I think you guys definitely put yourselves in the driver's seat. You don't win that. If you draw that game, I think you're out. I think you're out of Champions League.
We said it too. Buffon said it too. This is our Champions League final right now.
Unbelievable. So I was very impressed.
The crowd was in it. They never quit on the team. I have to admit, Allegri did some tinkering there.
He was good.
It was not a 3-5-2.
No,
because he realizes in Europe you're not winning with a 3-5-2. He put out the 4-3-1-2. And he had Marquisio in his proper position, right behind the strikers, and Pirlo. I don't know what to say.
Frank, can you figure this one out? Dortmund's being threatened with relegation in the Bundesliga. In Champions League, 4-0, goal differential, 13-1.
Well, I think it comes down to, I think we spoke about this before. I think it comes down to
all their eggs.
We're so far out of the Bundesliga. Let's just not get relegated. And let's
Go
make
for
it-
the
let's make some
Champions
noise in
League.
Europe.
Yeah.
Because no one's catching Bayern Munich in there anyway.
You know, sadly, Arsenal's going to advance because Anderlecht and Galatasaray are so far down. How
How many points does Anderlecht have?
2. Arsenal has 7. So
Yeah,
this
that's
is a
it.
no-brainer.
Arsenal's through.
Yeah, Arsenal will get through. But falling on their faces like they do every year.
As a 2 seed, I'll tell you what. They can bump into a team like Madrid, PSG. I
Right.
think Arsenal's out, no matter what, next round.
Oh, they're out. They're out. Round of 16.
Round of 16, pack your bags.
The team that I still have my eye on is if they could get Sturridge back. They have 3 points. They're behind. We liked Basel in this group.
We did. I haven't come out.
We liked Basel. I still think Liverpool can get the necessary results. I really do.
I think they're in too many. There's too much shambles going on. They're broken down. I don't. I think
They don't have to play Madrid anymore. So
doesn't matter. They got to play Basel again
yeah, I think they beat them in Liverpool.
Switzerland.
No, they went to Switzerland already. It's in Liverpool.
Okay, you know
I
what?
think they could beat them. I think that's really intriguing. I think it's a
Here's the
really intriguing
difference.
group.
Why would Basel go there to win? Get the draw.
Right.
Get the draw. I think Basel's coming out of this group. I have Liverpool.
I think so too.
I think Liverpool's going to Europa League. And
I think it's going to be by the skin of their teeth. I think they could maybe end up having the
Last
same
day.
amount of points. Yeah, last day.
final match day. Now the funny thing with that is the way things are looking in Europe. It looks like Chelsea and Arsenal are going to be the only 2 out of the 4 English teams, in my opinion, going into the round of 16. Because
Yeah.
I think Roma got a huge favor today from CSK in Moscow.
Great point.
Huge.
Actually, I was just about to bring that up.
Because
next.
now they have 2 games against City and Moscow.
Right.
They got through Bayern Munich.
They hold their
and
own
stayed in
fate.
second place.
They hold their own fate. You're 1,000% correct. That's a great point. That's an intriguing group.
Very.
4. You know, CSKA.
They're live.
We dismissed you guys. You just went into Man City and won.
The Etihad got a wake-up call.
Oh yeah.
Again.
You know, they have 2 points. They have yet to win a Champions League game this year.
I want to ask you a question. Now, they got rid of Mancini because you didn't win Champions League.
Right. I just think that was a big mistake.
Huge mistake.
Yeah.
I agree. And that's
Yeah.
where I was going.
Yeah.
If you're going to get rid of Mancini, don't get Pellegrini. Go out there and get a coach that can make the difference. They could have waited a year, and they would have had Antonio Conte this year. He would have went there. He just wanted a pocket to play with. And they would have got the 3rd most sought-after coach in Europe, behind Mourinho and Ancelotti. And I think, I really believe that City are going to play in Europe, but in the Europa League.
Yeah.
I still think Juventus are going to make it out of the group 2nd place. I think we're going to play for the draw at home against Madrid and put it in our hands against Malmo. We cannot risk dropping 3 points to Madrid at home.
Friend, in this Group H, Athletic Club Bilbao, Porto, Shakhtar. You got Porto leading and Shakhtar second. I got a question for you. Do you think either Porto or Shakhtar can make
Shakhtar.
a run? They can. I think
like
they can.
Shakhtar.
I
They've
think
been in
they're
Europe
really.
for quite some time now.
Yes.
Listen,
Cerna's a good captain.
we spoke about this. The
Yeah,
whole team is
yeah.
pretty much
Luis
Ukrainian
Adriano's
and
good.
Brazilian.
Yeah.
One Croat.
Yep.
So they all know each other. They play the same style, and they don't have any threats at home. Dinamo Moscow is not the same team.
No.
Dinamo Moscow. What's it called? Lokomotiv.
Locomotive, yeah.
Okay, they're not the same.
No.
So, here's my thing. You go to Europe, that's the grand stage. How does that translate back home? Now, can the schedule be done differently? Because I
This is
think
what I'm saying.
you hit it on the money before, and I was so happy when you said it. My ears like flickered. You can't expect teams in the Premier League. You can't expect teams in La Liga, Bundesliga, Liga, and Serie A, even in Portugal, to go into Europe after having rough weekends where teams play to win. You know, you can't start your backups in your home domestic league without losing grip on the league.
And K. Maribor can, you know.
Exactly.
It's,
Bate Borisov can. These teams, Anderlecht, can. You know, can these domestic leagues change the schedule
Friend,
around?
I'll give you the perfect example. The opposite. Ready?
Ready?
Brendan Rodgers rested his key players for a Champions League match because of a upcoming Premier League match. Think about that. Instead of doing it the other way around, because
Right.
Europe is the elite. You believe that? He conceded that game
To Real
knowing,
Madrid.
hey, we're not going to get this result anyway. I'm going to rest my guys because we have a humongous match coming up for
And
this
they
weekend.
do.
Want to talk about that?
Let's talk about it.
I'm very excited. I think Sturridge will be back this week.
I was actually reading myself that he would be back.
Yeah, he will be
Does
back.
he start?
I think he has to.
You have to. You
Yeah,
have
I
to
think he
something
has
like
to.
that.
I
Would you
think
start him with Barlow?
Yeah.
I think so too.
Yeah.
Test it out.
Mm-hmm.
Put them in the waters. If you have to pull the sub, you pull the sub.
Put Sterling, put Henderson, put Gerrard, put Coutinho.
It's
I
going to be
think
an
they have a
action
good
packed
side.
game. This is a game to watch the weekend.
This is why. See, look, everybody thinks Chelsea hit 3 points. I think this is going to be an intense game. I like the draw in this game. I think 1-1. I think Chelsea
I love
knows.
draws.
Oh yeah, Chelsea really knows what results they need to get. They know that giving another team 3 points and dropping a point is worse than not getting the 3 necessarily.
It's true.
And
they're still in control of
in a domestic league. In a domestic league.
Chelsea is still in control of the Premier League. Mourinho, there's a tactic behind every single thing that man does. And I think he's on the money with you. I think he's got the idea where, look, get us a point.
Exactly.
He's like, we're not going to lose any ground.
Exactly.
And we're ahead of Southampton, who are playing fantastic. I love watching them.
Southampton, Fran, do you want to really talk about this? Let me tell you why I love Conte. Just right off the bat. You have to pick Immobile. You have to pick Balotelli. No, I don't. I have to pick Graziano Pele because the guy gets the ball at his feet and puts it in the net at will.
Done.
At will. I pick the guys that fit on my team the best and will win me games.
That's it.
He's fantastic. I love that. I love the make of that team. Italy in the future is going to be fantastic. I love Conte. That's why I like Juventus so much, because of Conte.
He built this. Let me tell you what he said once, and I went nuts.
Going into Anfield's tough.
Yeah. I think you're all right, though.
That's why I like the draw. I think if it was in Chelsea, I think he goes for the 3 points.
Mourinho?
Yeah.
I still think you're coming away with 3 points.
Wow.
I'm a firm believer in form.
Wow.
And Liverpool is not in good form. We discussed it today. You said, who you like, City? I said, no, I don't like City because they're not playing well. They're not. And form is the big thing in soccer. However well you're playing translates on the field. And they're not playing well.
I tell you, this is a great question. This is a really, really... Let me ask you something. And I'm interested to see what you think. I tell you right now, Southampton's in the Champions League next year.
Me too.
In the Champions League.
Me too.
They're in it.
Pochettino, huh? He went over, and they're doing fine without him.
They're doing fine without him. He's struggling with Tottenham. He's struggling. Ronald Koeman. Guy knows what he's doing. You think that Arsenal's going to come around, and Liverpool's going to come around, and Tottenham's going to come around, and Everton's going to come around, and West Ham's going to drop, and, Swansea's a decent side. Southampton's not falling.
And you know why Southampton is in control of their own destiny for Europe? Because Manchester United is playing exactly like we thought. We initially thought, they could squeeze in as a 4 seed, but you never signed a defender. There's no defense on that team. You cannot sign all strikers. You're not winning.
The Manchester Derby this past weekend was just a prime example. Chris Smalling, you get a yellow card. Listen, he gets a yellow card. He runs in front of the goalie on a goal kick, stands in front of him, gets a yellow card. Just the most bonehead play. And then 10 minutes later, unbelievably rash diving tackle. Nowhere near the ball. When I tell you nowhere near the ball, nowhere even close to the ball, you're out. First half, goodbye. You 2 yellow cards like nothing, bro. You're a joke. What are you doing?
Didn't Van Gaal call him an idiot?
Yeah, he called him an idiot.
Yeah.
Lacking intelligence.
Is Manchester officially blue now?
Yeah.
It's blue.
Yeah.
The kids are going to be City fans over United.
Yeah.
Soon,
yeah.
And there's a lot of dark times for United, considering Paul Pogba is still doing
what I will say, another thing, Man City, they're falling on their faces too. Torre's getting old. They depend on Sergio Aguero for goals. I mean, they're not getting anything from Dzeko. They're not getting anything from Nasri. They're not getting anything from Jesus Navas.
I think this is the first time I've ever seen the Premier League locked up.
Locked up.
I've never seen the top 4 not look as good as the top 4, but one team stand out above.
You always see at the start of the season, you always see a team that starts off good, and you think they're gonna fade because you can't keep this form up. But Southampton, friend, I
love it.
I'm drinking it.
I watch whenever I look to see it on TV.
I'm drinking it. They are incredible.
Good
you bring in a guy like Sadio Mane, Tadic has more assists than Adam Lallana had there all last season already. Come on, in 10 games.
They sold 2 players too, didn't they? 2 major players.
Yeah, they
Shaw, was it Shaw there?
Luke Shaw.
Shaw was there, and Lallana.
But you know what? You bring in, I think you want to know what the best pickup was with them? You get Fraser Forster from Celtic. What a goalie this guy is. He is incredible.
Irish, right?
He's Irish, yeah. Fraser Forster, he's incredible. You bring in Victor Wanyama, great holding midfielder, another Celtic buy. You put him with Morgan Schneiderlin. Morgan Schneiderlin gets caps for the French national team.
They
He
rave
is
about
legit.
this guy in France. Like, rave.
Schneiderlin.
In Le Quip.
I'll rave about him right now. I think he's incredible. He's the future
How
of
long
French
until he's on
football.
PSG?
Yeah, oh, man. What? You're genius. Honestly, next year.
Next year.
Yeah. After they
there.
make Champions League, he'll leave. Maybe he'll stay because the team's in Champions League.
Maybe stay one more year, build
Yeah.
up his profile.
Yeah,
more.
I'm impressed. I'm very
They're
impressed with
making it.
Southampton.
They'll be at the 4 at the least.
What's the
Arsenal
other?
Swansea, I know we wanted to talk
Speaking
about.
of, yeah, yeah.
Because of what happened this week. Typically, you look at it and you say, you know what, Arsenal, they should pull off 3 points, even though Swansea's a good team.
In Swansea, you know
In
what?
Wales,
They might win.
Swansea's winning.
I think Swansea wins
Me
2-1.
too.
I think Arsenal's in shambles
This
right
guy
now.
Wenger might get
I
fired.
think even bringing in Theo Walcott's not going to help.
Can we see a Wenger firing?
I was going to ask you about that. Are they going to start holding signs up to sack him?
Yes.
Because I think he's got to go. I think it's his time. I think
so too. I think it's time for Arsenal. Now, there's a big game in France that nobody ever pays attention to.
This is
the
for me.
league.
This is the game of the weekend.
Me too.
Over
I'm watching League
Liverpool.
1.
Yeah. I want League One to be relevant.
So we have 2 minutes. I want to round up on our show. Marseille, PSG, pick your winner. Give me a quick reason why.
PSG, Ibra comes back. He scores, and they win it comfortable. 3-1.
3-1?
Yeah.
I like it. I like PSG to win.
Love
I
their
like
side.
2-0. I don't even like Guignac. I don't like Marseille getting on the board. I think PSG are going to show, listen, we started the season slow, and we're coming in hot. I think PSG make their mark. I love Marky Mark.
Another game, keep your eye on Fiorentina, Napoli.
Can't wait to watch it.
Yeah, 2 really good teams. Napoli's catching fire lately. Beating
Can't
Roma
believe this
2
guy
nothing.
Rafa.
Yeah, he's got that team under control now, I think.
You know what? He turned them on
They
the
clicked.
media.
Yeah,
He got them to be together.
they're together.
He did
Yep.
something with that.
Yep.
I didn't believe he could do it.
I'm
I'm the
impressed.
first one to
Yeah,
say
I'm very
so.
impressed.
And I think they get
They're
the
a
points.
live dog in that race.
Yep.
I think
get
they
the
win.
3 points.
Yeah, I think they win. I'm with you.
I
Can
think
I
one.
ask you guys a question, actually?
Yeah.
This is our debate. I want to actually, we're talking outside. Let me give you a scenario. This ex Dugan outside. Okay? Adrian Peterson. Okay? Ray Rice. Plaxico Burns. Who goes to jail? Plaxico. Other 2 should go to jail instead of Plaxico, or we're okay with that?
I'm okay with that.
You okay with Plaxico shooting himself and Ray Rice not go to jail and
he
AP
had
not
an
go to jail?
unlicensed gun on him.
Okay.
Go to jail.
If you have a
So-
gun,
so-
if you have a gun in this great country
Great question.
legally,
Don,
that is a great question.
and I was like, I know what we gotta talk about.
Well, hey, do you use discretion in the court of law? Probably not.
Yeah.
Yeah, sadly.
Yeah.
And to round up our show this week, thank you everybody on Pipe Bomb. Thank you for tuning in.
Thanks,
My
guys.
suicide pick, the
Thank you,
Seattle
guys.
Seahawks, and I'm keeping it going.
There you go.
Thank
Sponsored
you, Unique
by
Affairs.
Unique Affairs and B&A
B&A
Deli.
Deli.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks, guys.
Goodbye, everybody.
I like that pick, Fran.
Let's get weird.
Look in my eyes, what do you see? The cult of personality. I know your anger, I know your dream.